We're international!
I'm in Hollywood now.
You don't have to keep saying that.
Come back when you've been in something.
Now is your moment.
We'll claim you.
What's the point of living through life if you know everything that's going to happen?
Sacrilege.
I mean, that used to be my jam.
From one Ibadan boy to another.
Maybe cut me out of this episode because I don't know what's going on.
No, but why did you
like?
cough? I'm sorry.
That is a personal attack.
And are you on my side or on their side?
Quit.
No, I'm very, very well prepared.
There is a competitiveness in my family.
I don't care about me, please.
Really? In Nigeria?
Later, man.
Welcome to another episode of Inkblot Meet and Greet. Today, I'm super excited to be here with my two anchors, Zulu, Nas, but really, I don't care about them.
Wow.
I really care about the man in the middle here, OT Fagbenle. So now let me now fully fanboy
Stop. Wait. What do you mean you don't care about them? In fact, leave our podcast. I'll be Zulu.
I don't care about me, please.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm alone. Wow.
Can you turn the camera so that we only see like
Wow.
the VP, right? So this is OT Fagbenle.
I'm in the wide, baby.
He plays Rick Mason on Black Widow.
What's all this junk?
Oh, just some mail and personals from the Budapest safe house.
Budapest?
Yeah.
The new Marvel movie. So officially, Inkblot Meet and Greet has gone international.
We're international. So international.
Yes.
Yes, our first international guest.
We're in the Marvel universe, guys.
We're officially in the Marvel universe. I don't care what you say. I have met Kevin Feige because I've met him. That's all.
Straight up.
But
Then
just
he
because
plays the
I've
character
met Kevin Feige.
So we're going to go into all details concerning Black Widow, Marvel, if he signed any NDAs, how many NDAs he had to sign. Then for people who are fans of Handmaid's Tale, he plays Lucas Bankole on Handmaid's Tale.
June's in prison, and we're lighting candles.
We're doing everything we can for her.
Yeah, don't rub it in.
In the book, he basically shows up at the beginning and not all the way to the end. But in the TV series, he's a major character, makes it all the way to season 4.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Contracts.
Yeah, contract. So, and then if there's a season 5, there's a season 5.
Yeah.
Season 5, season 5 is in it.
And he was just nominated as the
Yes. Go ahead.
outstanding supporting actor on...
At the Emmys. So basically, we have an Emmy-nominated actor.
Still.
Handmaid's Tale.
On Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, sorry.
At
So
the
yes.
Emmys.
So yes.
Yeah, right. Maybe cut me out of this episode because I don't know what's going on.
So basically, we have someone from the Marvel universe. We have someone who has also been nominated for an Emmy on our show. We are fully international.
Clearly.
Yes.
When you see me outside, guys,
Please say our name with respect after this. Okay,
So right now, welcome him after your
wait.
your 30. No, this show is 45 minutes. 30 minutes is intro.
That's
It's
the
okay, it's
intro.
okay.
Look, after we intro right now, we can close the show. All we just need to say is just hi. But
All
really,
right, all
man,
right.
it's awesome to have you here. I'm super glad. Yes, I'm fanboy anyway.
Well, it's actually my honor. You know, I tell you, when you guys welcome me so well and the movies here, the cinema is amazing. What you guys have done here in Nigeria for the Nigerian entertainment industry is inspiring to me. So I feel very lucky to be here.
they said that on the Marvel show, guys.
Yes!
Okay.
Okay, so
back
yes, all right. Thank you very much for coming on our show, which is not a show, but it's a friendly meeting amongst friends. So we're all now friends.
We're all
so
friends.
now you are found is that my friend OT
friend
and I
OT.
were discussing the other day.
My-
Yeah, so that's how I'm going to talk right now. So you see, my friend OT, who's in that Marvel movie, my friend OT, who's Emmy nominated and possibly would win an Emmy. Yes, right. We were talking the other day. Yeah,
About bagels.
Yes, so but that's how it is. But then also he's an Ibadan boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, actually, my family from Ibadan, which is a very small town on the outskirts of Ibadan. So yeah, but my dad is in Ibadan now.
We'll claim you. Right?
Okay,
so my
fine.
mom is from Ibadan. So
okay,
officially
fine,
an
I'm
How can you
Ibadan
now
boy.
be claiming you're from Abeokuta?
His mom.
My mom is from Ibadan, so we'll just collect you as well.
So Damola is mixed tribe.
Yes, I'm intertribal.
Wow. Right. So did you grow up in Ibadan?
No, when I lived in Nigeria, we were in Ikoyi and Ikechi for some time, and so yeah, that's my family mainly lived in Lagos.
Yes. Okay, cool. We're all Lagos people too.
We're all Lagos people too, yes.
I mean, we love Ibadan. The cinemas there, they watch our stuff. We thank you. I mean, Zulu has not visited yet, so maybe
I had amala in that place.
Oh yes, there's one
That
major.
place.
That I can't remember
No,
the
there's
name.
a major amala joint in Challenge that everyone
Yes.
goes to.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't, but I feel like I missed out now.
Yeah, no, you
Like-
definitely missed.
Like you haven't had amala unless you have amala there. It's a
Oh,
standard.
really?
It's a tourist attraction. It's a landmark. It's a bus stop.
Do we know what the secret is to their amala?
Sweat.
What's the sweat? Have you seen the women making the amala? Well, they are.
I mean, so this is a random word aside that I just came to. So like the reason how I knew that my wife was going to be my wife was literally
Amala?
No, not the amala. This is before we got married. I think we had just started dating, maybe like a few months in, maybe a year actually. So her birthday was the day my cousin was getting married, and my wife doesn't play with her birthday. She followed me to Ibadan for my cousin's wedding on her birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Was it because of the amala she followed you,
Yeah.
or
You never know.
was it because of you?
I mean, I like to
out to
think that it
Uche.
was.
We love you.
Funny things are like we were supposed to stop by the Amala joint, but they were doing construction, so we were late to the wedding. So yes, we wanted to have the Amala, but we couldn't.
Oh, so that's why she followed you. You see, settled.
No,
So
she soloed me because she knew that I was a
that's why
prime
she-
star.
That's why she followed you. It's just that you now ended up in 2 children, but it's okay.
Don't mind them.
Right.
So you see, this is what happens, right? When we have a guest and we start talking about random shit, then we forget the guest. So question is this: do you like amala?
You know what? I'm more of an Eba man, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, wow, things have really turned. I started so effusive, and now I feel the clouds amongst the sun.
Well, okay, fine. Because
Don't
I was
say
going to take
okay,
it to Amala
fine.
place after this, but if you prefer
I'm not against Amala. I'm just saying that my bog standard is Eba.
Eba. It has to be the Gary, Abi. So question, do you like Gary soaked, regular Gary, just in water with sugar? With
Yeah, I
groundnuts?
mean, that used to be my jam in the mornings. I mean, to be honest, it's been a little while since I've had it, but many memories.
From one Ibadan boy to another?
No, that's gross. Like I have like
What?
soaked Gary is one of the worst.
Sorry,
things
yeah,
in the
Igbo,
world.
we don't soak yellow Gary, we soak white Gary.
Hold on,
My
hold
mother
on.
is
Pure
from
Gary.
Igbo.
Remember what we said about cutting this guy out?
Please,
No, but like literally.
Can you remove this guy?
No,
from
but
this
like
show?
soaked. People have been trying to make me like soaked Gary for eons. I'm like, nope, it's nasty, it's gross. Whether you put
Soak Ijebu Gary with groundnuts.
yes, I'm aware. I'm from Ijebu.
Add some
Naz,
milk.
we don't need to
Yes.
do this show
Add
anymore,
some milk,
please.
powdered milk.
I'm aware
Mad.
of the way they
Put
do.
ice in the mix.
No,
Maddest.
no. See, purists.
Okay, you guys, wait, let's come back.
So
Sorry,
let's do
let's
the
go
actual
back.
show of the
Let's
show.
go there.
So talk to us about your film journey. How did you get started? What did you want to do initially before you decided to become an actor?
Yeah, you know what? My uncle, the late and great Rufus Orishayomi, had a community arts theatre program in England. And so we did like a Nigerian adaptation of Macbeth. And what I would do, I played saxophone. I'm 12 years old, 13 years old. I would play sax in the interval.
Yeah.
And eventually he just gave me one line, you know, the page boy who comes on and says a line. And then my parts got bigger and bigger until by the time I was 15, 16, I was playing Macbeth. And we were going on tours in Europe. And so that really was the start of my love of theatre. I went to drama school. I even used that speech to get into drama school. They had no idea what I was saying. It was in pidgin English.
No, which one?
Well, the speech.
The main.
Yeah, so basically the Macbeth speech, but all in pidgin.
No, I know,
Yeah.
I did the something. Creep
Yeah,
this
it's just
petty
like-
place.
This is that guy I see before me, you know, that
Okay.
kind of.
So he
So,
studied English in school, so he likes to.
He's showing
he likes to show it off every once in a while.
But please,
well, show it off, show it off.
I don't
That's the-
understand this fake beef.
that's not about you.
It's not about
The
you. We
focus.
don't care.
Wow.
You're not even in shock.
Can we not share our love of Macbeth?
Yeah.
I mean, see, if you had done literature in English in secondary school, you would have done Macbeth.
did.
I did not do
geography.
Macbeth.
I did Macbeth.
Exactly. So did you not be geeking out about Macbeth?
I'm geeked out, but the thing is, I don't feel the need to show off.
Thank you. Please continue.
Please tell us about Macbeth,
Are they
Pigeon.
they always this harsh to you?
I mean,
What?
it's
So
our
it's the other way around. I think we're just winning this
Yeah,
one.
we're just winning this one. But honestly speaking, I thought you were going to tell us the story because, okay, again, I was stalking you briefly.
Yeah.
And then there was this story about your teacher from elementary school,
Oh yeah, from secondary school.
secondary school. So I heard that she was like a huge influence in your life when it came to like theater and all of that, where she gave you money.
Yeah, so my sociology teacher, Miss Quinn, you know, we would debate philosophy and history after class. You know, we really got on. One day, her daughter died when she was a teenager. And we would talk, and I remember she would just talk to me and she would weep while she talked to me, but we would just talk. We had a connection as human beings. And she said, look, my daughter was really into the arts. I want to support you. I want to give you some money each month for you to go to drama school. And it was enough to pay for my train ticket every month. Although she said to me, you can spend it on whatever you want. There's no preconditions on this, and she supported me for 3 years unconditionally, and I would go visit her, and through my career, she'd come to watch me in my plays and movies and stuff like that. And anyway, she passed earlier on this year, which was...
but at least she'd seen you in a lot of stuff. Well,
yeah, she had. And
awesome.
so I guess recently with the Emmy stuff coming up and just a lot of stuff in my life, I've been thinking about her. And so, yeah, you're right. On my Instagram, I posted that story.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
See, really been stalking you. That's it. Really.
So how did that, from looking at that kind of thing where you start doing retrospectives of what made you decide to do it, right? So how do you, is that the only thing that reminds you of as an inspiration? Is there people say, I saw Denzel do X or I saw Sidney Poitier do Y. Are there any of those types of people that say, in addition to, because it sounds like you grew up in it, but was there anybody that's I want to be that? Is that career?
You're definitely 30 plus, right? And you have a Nigerian father.
Right.
I'm sure there was something else that they wanted you to do that was not film.
Yeah.
Do you want me to answer this question? But no, you answer this question.
Well, the funny thing is actually, I'd been in many more plays than I'd ever seen. And so it was, my love of it came from doing it. Okay. And I had no ambitions to be a celebrity. I had no ambitions to be in movies. I just loved doing it. And, I was mainly brought up by my mom. She was very supportive. And definitely by the time I got into RADA, which is considered one of the best drama schools in the country, it was much easier, it was very supportive, So.
And so the cross to Hollywood, how did that happen?
Well, what happened? So yeah, eventually I was like, okay, I just wanted to explore. I come from a exploring peoples, both my mom and my dad, just travelers. So I went to the States and I tried to get meetings. I didn't, so I just played basketball for 2 weeks. And eventually one casting director said they'd meet me. And so I said, great. So I went to meet them. And then within 10 minutes of the movie, they were like, you need to meet so-and-so. And they get put on the phone. Hey, yeah, the president of NBC. Yeah, you got to meet this kid. He's great. Boom. Okay, next meeting. And then within my last 3 days of being there, I met 15 people, including the agent that I have till today, who got me my job at Black Widow.
That's amazing. Where just right out of the blue, one meeting.
So that casting director, why did you ever ask him why, or her? Let me not gender the person. Why they decided, singular they, it works every time.
This guy's a star.
Why they decided to meet you?
No, well, to be fair, I had a British agent at the time, and they managed to get me this one meeting.
Okay.
And so that got me in the door, and I just thought, okay, well, at least I've met someone. Look, to be fair, even the agent I met said to me, come back when you've been in something. So it wasn't like, then the doors opened. I had so many trials, so many ups and downs. I can't tell you the amount of times I've just been unemployed in a small room with no, money. The journey has vicissitudes.
Added ups and downs. Talking about ups and downs and basketball, your sister's in the WNBA.
They're playing basketball.
Again, I'm stalking you, so...
You don't have to keep saying that. Just say that you're prepared.
No, I'm very, very well prepared. As I read about that, I know your shoe size, your hat size, shirt size.
So but why did you cough? I'm sorry.
I just went down the wrong way. My double cup is confusing me. You see?
So what's that like?
What's it like having my sister as a WNBA player? I mean,
so which means she's a much better player than you.
Well, we go at it, to be honest, and she does win. She does win. But it's funny because Temi, my sister, she's a star. She's the MVP in Poland, MVP in Italy. She's won championships in 3 different countries. To me, she's my little sis, Yeah, I love her so much. She's so smart. She's so wise. She's so funny. And so, I appreciate her so much. She's someone very special to me.
Okay. Does she let you win on your birthday?
At all?
No. This is not, because I have quite a few siblings who are doing really amazing things. And often people ask me, what is this special sauce? What's the special ingredients that makes it different? And one part of it has to be, there is a competitiveness in my family, which is, so there's no way my sister would ever think about letting me win. In fact, the last time we played, I was trying so hard that I tore something in my shoulder. I couldn't play for 6 months because I was like, no, We
And she
go
still
at
won.
it.
And she still
Oh
won.
yeah, she still won.
So you were injured and she continued to play.
yeah, she doesn't care. Yeah, quit. If you're really injured, quit.
Go, sis.
Please, tell me we love you. Thank you so much.
I mean, that's
And
all.
then I also heard that you produced a song with Tiger.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, well, I don't want to overstate it. I do write music. I have my show Max. I wrote all the music for that, all the songs that I sang in it. And so I have a songwriting partner, Stefano Moses, longtime friend of mine. He was working with Tiger. He calls me up at LA, look, I'm stuck on this song. I don't know what to do with it. And so we hashed it out for a bit. I helped come up with the hook for the song. And so it's called Storm Tiger. And it's a really great song.
So what are we overstating or not? You came
don't
up with the hook
understand.
of his song. I'm confused.
Well, I
Because
helped.
it's the hook we all remember in any song. Really.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
oh, it's a humility thing. Got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Humble brag.
Humble brag where, I came up with the
Hashtag.
hook. I don't want to talk too much, but I came up with the hook. My sister is an NBA player. We go head to head on it. I'm also in a movie. I know it's a small movie.
You're the one who said this.
It's a small movie,
I mean, I like that. It's like so like it's like I just sometimes I do right.
Like sometimes I write music.
Yeah, Damola sometimes say, sometimes I do commercials. Yeah. And you ask me, so what commercial? Oh yeah, then so Damola is like, oh yeah, and what do you do? Then you list out all the comments. And you are how old? Mid-20s? Oh, it was just something we were doing while we were doing architecture.
Hashtag humble brag.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you did architecture. Yeah, a few buildings have my name on it. You put your name on it. Isn't that very, very non-humble? It's like nobody can see it.
It's the Ibadan style, right?
Yes, that's how Ibadan people do. Right? Don't talk about it too much. So,
So did you read Handmaid's Tale before you got it?
Handmade still.
Yeah.
Handmade.
Yeah, I actually, it's embarrassing to say I had it because it's a modern classic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I read it before I started the job. Before I start
Oh.
any job, I do a lot of research,
Okay.
generally speaking. And so, yeah, I read it and I was like, it's literally a work of art. I mean, it's so beautiful, that book. And the audiobook is really great of it as well, if people are into that.
so which one did you?
I did both. I read the book, but I'm a big audiobook guy.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
Sacrilege.
Yes, real sacrilege. I can't.
I don't understand.
Never.
I actually
I
can't.
don't
do it.
understand.
Wait, but have you tried
I
it?
have, but I can't.
So
It's
so
not
I'm
possible.
You are busy. You can just let the work flow through you.
So I've been able to go to electronic books. So because
I can't even do electronic
so like
books.
when I was younger, like because I moved around a lot. When I moved from the UK to the US, I had to leave. I had a book, like 150 books.
Wow.
So I had to leave them in my cousin's attic. And they kept calling me like, when are you coming to take these books?
right.
And I was like, I'm not coming to take these books. I've moved. At that time, I didn't think I was going back to England.
Right.
I've moved to America. I'm done. And so when I moved from America back to England, there were 200 books. That I also left in another cousin's house. And they were like, nah, we're not doing that. Carry your books to the library. So so like I'm a physical book person. Like I've always, and then after that scarring experience of losing my books, I got a Kindle, and then I was like, great. But to now be listening to the book, why?
I can listen.
What's wrong with your eyes?
I can listen to anything. I can read on any surface. Believe me, if you write it on a
Papyrus.
anything, I would read it on that. But believe me, electronic books are the best. Audio books are even better because I can do something else. I can drive.
No, but why are you doing something else? It's reading.
You need to immerse yourself in
I don't understand you people.
material.
How
Can it immerse itself in me while this is coming in through here?
No.
No.
It's not the same. You need to imagine.
This is a segue, but no.
Well, I'll say this, that I think that the people have different learning styles.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I learned this when I was doing my A-levels and GCSEs, that when I recorded my notes, I would learn them much better than when I would read my notes.
Yeah.
And so for whatever reason, I'm a more oral learner than I am a visual one. So I think that's the reason that it found me. The other thing that happened, look, I love the texture, the smell of a book as well, but it's just, I found, what actually changed it was when I moved to LA, like you're saying, and I'd have to sit in traffic for an hour and a half.
Exactly.
And usually in London, I'd sit in the subway for an hour and a half. I could read.
Yeah.
So I was buying books, and at the end of like a month, I had like 8 books. I hadn't read any of them. I was like, why? I said, because I normally read on my commute.
Yeah.
So then I was trying to find a solution to that. So that's how I came to audiobooks as a solution to my reading.
I'm judging all of you. Well, not Zulu. Zulu and I are cool. Fist bump, yes. We're cool. So
Finally found
Wait.
something in common.
Because I did a fist bump with him earlier on, right? What you should be trying to do is to do a fist bump with your guest, not with your co-anchor.
we're not needy, man.
Please, I'm a star. I'm a star by. I mean, please. Are you seeing look who's beside you.
Pretty
They'll soon
glamorous.
cut you out of this, whatever.
They can't cut you out. They cut you out.
They could green screen you.
Thank God for this.
No, they'll be dancing unicorns on the top of your head. I'll just call me there. Don't worry, perfect. So Nee, please, I will be sending you a clip and we want a dancing unicorn in Zulu's
Zulu's
getup.
place. You're already wearing green, so
Yes.
to help.
Dancing
So I have a
unicorn.
question. So let's discuss Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm one of the people.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes.
I mean, never would have guessed.
Never would have guessed. I'm still one of the people that still read comic books, like the most recent comic books. I still read them till today.
How
I
do
won't
you
lie
read them?
about. I won't tell you people how I get my comic books, but I do get my comic books.
Audiobooks.
And yeah, some of them. No. Audiobooks for comics, never.
Exactly how we feel, Damola. Exactly how
You
we
have to
feel.
see the page now. No, but so your character in Black Widow is Rick Mason. Did you ever go back to check his history, his backstory, or anything, or you only worked based on what was in the movie, what was in the script?
Yeah, you know what? It became clear to me that Rick Mason was somewhat of a novel invention. They may have taken the name, but there didn't seem to be much else kind of connected. So I just really took to this script as my basis and tried to work it around there. I mean, what's interesting is that I actually auditioned for a different character. Completely different character. In fact, I've not said this on any other podcast. So this
Exclusive.
is my character had a Nigerian accent.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, the first time I auditioned, and I've still got the audition tape somewhere. Anyway, but it was a great character. I loved it. Anyway, but they just decided to go a completely different way, change the script up, blah 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 blah. So I went from being told that I was one of 6 and I was going to play this character, with the Nigerian accent, to look, you got this new character. His name's Rick Mason. You just offered it to you. No screen test, nothing. There you go. And I was like, oh, okay. So great, and then so I started working it from the script really.
Okay.
But do you know about Rick Mason?
Yes.
So what can you tell us about Rick Mason?
There's your moment. Don't mess it up. Wow.
Rick
really?
Mason's dad is the Thinker. And the Thinker is the guy who basically creates all of the villains, like the Vultures, the Vulture from...
Wings.
Yeah, the Wings for the Vulture from Spider-Man, all of those guys. So that's his job. He basically creates all of the supervillains, outfits and their guns and all of those kind of stuff. Now, Rick Mason joined S.H.I.E.L.D. and was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent before he went freelance. Now, freelance, he then becomes the plug, where if you need something, that's the guy you go to, because he had all of his dad's gadgets, and then he could always get stuff. So, seeing your character, I then could understand why he could do what he did, where he now becomes the plug for
I
everybody.
read something completely different, but what you're saying makes complete sense. I didn't dig deep enough.
You should just have called
exposing
this
me.
guy.
So I still do read the comics.
So what happened to his dad? So is his dad still working for the
Dad's
bad guys?
Dad's dead. So I did, well, you know the way comic books are, right? You never actually die, but his dad's out of the picture right now. But he
Right.
may come back. But in some other stories, his dad exists, where people still go to his dad to get their gear.
Right.
So that means this is a recurring character then.
So Rick Mason is a recurring character in that he's in S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, not
as
that part. It's that part. He did a
Yes.
face.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm not supposed to talk about this.
So
Nigerians do not care about spoilers. That is one of the weirdest things about our culture.
Oh, really?
We want to be spoiled going into stuff,
Tell
so
me.
we know that it's not bad.
yes,
Yes.
It's the way. So
We
to
want
us,
to know what are
it's
we
the
watching.
journey that matters to us, not
Yeah.
the not the
not the destination.
Yes, it's I think partly is because almost I don't know why, but it's very amusing that
Right.
because for example, Damola over here happily spoils stuff generally
And then, without thinking, somebody will ask you, so have you seen so movie? Yeah, you won't believe what happened at the end.
Oh, really?
And then I now basically just tell you.
and
Yeah,
Nigerians
so I
just
hate him. Because I can't. I don't read the back of books.
I mean, but we
Right. I'm like you. I don't even watch trailers. I'll watch the first 5 seconds of a trailer
It's
and
only
then go,
because I'm
"Li,
in
li, li,
this
li, li."
industry. That's
Right.
why I watch trailers.
What?
now. Yeah.
I mean, so I'm sort of in between in the sense that I watch stuff. I don't need. I can be spoiled, and that's fine. If I'm not spoiled, that's fine. So you just keep going.
What? I can literally watch the end of the movie, then go right back and say, okay, so now I know how it ends. Okay, now how did we get there?
He's a real Nigerian.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you guys watch Arrival, of course.
Yes.
That's my movie, right? So I read the short story that it's based
Yes.
on recently.
Yeah.
It's a great book of short stories.
Yeah.
Anyway, but they were trying to explain this thing that these aliens exist outside of our linear example
Yes, yeah.
at a time, and one of the ways they spoke about it was that it's like hearing a story that you tell a bedtime story to a child and he wants to hear the story again. You know, what's the point of living through life if you know everything that's going to happen? But it's like a story that you love and you hear it again and you act through the story even when you know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Anyway, I just thought it was an interesting analogy.
No, philosophy is cool, man. I mean, as you said, you used to discuss philosophy. So yeah, that's it.
You're about to knock out Latin right now?
No, I'm saying that what he just said is very philosophical. And then he then felt bad about going into philosophy. And I was telling him that philosophy is cool.
Good. Now, no, if you let Nas get into it, he will then start to tell you about Latin and then the Latin.
No,
meaning
I
of
did
random
not. No.
stuff.
I did not study Latin. That is a personal attack.
You sure?
Because I remember I'm building my street cred. Why are you going around
There's
saying that?
nothing wrong with learning Latin or whatever.
Really? In Nigeria?
Oh, really? I mean, I didn't study it.
Yeah.
So I'm with you guys now.
No, but I actually didn't study Latin. I mean, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
So,
go ahead.
enough of your questions.
I'm
Don't stop feeling left out, Zulu.
Oh, please, I'm very left out because I don't, comic books, superhero films.
But you watch Black Widow.
I came out because of him.
No,
There's a Nigerian guy in the,
No, what I'm
let's
saying
go.
is, so you watch it. Did you like it?
Oh, I love, when I watch it, I love, but yeah.
So let me give you one. Rumor has it
That-
that when they first announced his name and he was going to be in the movie, everyone thought you were going to play Taskmaster. Yes, that was the rumor.
See, I'm lost again.
The bad guy in the suit.
Oh, that's his name. I saw Black Widow and I loved it, guys.
The guy with the shield. The guy with the shield.
Okay.
Oh, you know,
Yes.
you just clicked that shield was Red Guardian shield. I didn't know that.
No.
It's not?
No, it's not Red Guardian
Okay,
shield.
never mind
Taskmaster
then.
has his own shield.
Oh, right. There are many shields in Marvel, apparently.
Okay, so you remember the bit of the movie where where Taskmaster was watching Captain America
Yeah.
in action and basically was memorizing his moves.
Okay, so he has his own
that's
shield.
why.
Got it.
Oh, that's Taskmaster.
Yes.
But it was Mistress. Taskmistress.
Hello, anti-spoiler.
Damn.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh God.
No,
and
but
you're
if
doing
if
so
you
well.
haven't seen the film by now, guys, what are you doing?
It's 3 weeks out.
Actually.
By the time this comes out.
Yeah.
So are you thinking of doing anything in Nigeria?
Yes, that's the part that she loves because she's the producer.
Yeah, I mean, I am. There's a number of projects that I'm developing, both in the fiction and the docu space, which I'm really curious about. You know, because I just feel there's so much potential here. There's so much stories here, and yeah,
You haven't scratched the surface.
You haven't scratched the surface, and I can't wait. And I also want to be part of that vanguard. So yeah, there were a couple of projects. You know, they're maybe a few weeks away from being able to be a bit announced, but there are definitely a couple I'm working on, and I'm really one of the things I'm very interested in actually. Where I'm curious about your guys' experiences is this idea of shooting in Nigeria for Nigeria as opposed to shooting in South Africa for Nigeria. What the pros and cons of it. Well, like it seems that there are certain infrastructural barriers, challenges.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like the authenticity of the real thing.
Yeah. So go.
Okay, so from my advertising side, right, we always had that challenge where we would write an ad and then we would realize that you can't get these locations in Nigeria.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why we go to South Africa to get that. But once we wrote a script that could clearly work in Nigeria, there was always the conversation of why do you have to go to South Africa? You know, I mean, beyond the fact that they've got like technical crew and all of that, it's a lot easier there to shoot and all of those kind of things. But we also want to grow the market. So which is one of the reasons why on the advertising side, there was that pushback that, look, if you did not have locational challenges, keep it in Nigeria and shoot in Nigeria. So that's how I would look at it, right? But beyond that, the Nigerian audience also want a certain level of authenticity, right? They don't want a situation where, I mean, there's some movies where they'll call it Lagos or Nigeria, and you can clearly tell that this isn't Lagos or Nigeria just because you can't tell, you know? There's no hiding it.
And it also depends on who the audience is. So, for example, if I am making Captain America Civil War, right?
Yes.
And I am shooting Lagos in Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
Right? My primary audience is not Lagosians, right?
Yes.
So as long as if it feels enough like Lagos, it's fine.
Right.
So it's like how Vancouver people hate watching American shows because they tell them that Vancouver is Detroit and that's not Detroit, that's my apartment.
Right.
So there's that mental barrier that happens. I mean, So that bit of it, if you're targeting the Nigerian audience, it almost has to be here. But if it's for non-Nigerian, they can't really tell the difference as long as it has the shade of authenticity. But what has also happened in the last, I would say, 2 years, you're beginning to see more stages.
Right.
So because you have more stages, you have more control over your interior spaces.
Right.
Yeah, so the interior spaces you can work around.
So the challenge now becomes certain exterior locations if you want to do the high-end type stuff.
Right.
But other than
High-end
that...
or even like the real, the grit of,
Right.
Nigeria.
The grit is
Lagos.
local now. You can
No,
shoot
the
that
grid
here.
is local, so you
So
can
it's
get
only the
people-
high-end locations that you may struggle to get here.
Yeah.
But
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so you can get, so if now that you have generally massive stages, now that you have decent logistical solutions for most things, camera, equipment, you can bring people in, and, well, COVID willing, of course, because that's the whole thing. So literally, if you need a high-end, I want a thing on a mountain, like one of those fancy houses on a mountain, you may have to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But almost everything else
Yeah,
you
but
can
there are no
sell for.
mountains in Lagos, so...
Even in Nigeria, shooting in Nigeria, for example, Bauchi, would you go and shoot in Bauchi again? With the way things are?
Well, no, would just shelve those
For my ignorant mind, what does that mean?
Okay, so we shot
So
a
we shot-
movie like 3 years ago called Up North.
I cover magazine.
And we shot it on location in Bauchi. Right, so all of like the game reserve, all of that, we had access to all of those kind of places. So it was very picturesque. And it's also on Netflix, if you're looking for
Plug.
it. Yes. So, but right about now, because of the insecurity in some parts of the north, it might be difficult for you to say, fine, I want to go shoot in Bauchi. Right,
Yeah.
so that's now the challenge. So something like that, rather than shooting Bauchi, you most likely would go somewhere else and try and get like a similar location, which won't be Lagos, might be South Africa this time around, and then you try it, or Namibia or Botswana, and try and create something similar.
Yeah,
there.
but one of the things I want to say about Up North is that the only reason why we made that film was Zulu. So our partner on the film, who was the main executive producer, Edith Efyong, basically approached me to be like, I want to make this film in Bauchi, and I was like, And then Julie came for the meeting and was like, yeah, we are making this movie. I was like, yeah.
She loves the story.
She's like, no, we must tell the story. I was like, really? Anyway, and it's one of our signature projects, literally.
Yeah, because it's a beautiful story of a guy, thrown into, basically fish out of water.
Yeah.
Thrown into an experience out of his comfort zone and him finding himself and all of that. So yeah, it was beautiful, but why did you feel the need to say this is what I mean?
Because he mentioned it and it clicked in my head.
No, we're just
we're talking about Up North.
So we're selling markets.
We're literally talking about Up North. So that literally, because Damola Damola is going to do that when he's with his razzle dazzle on YouTube. He's going to show a picture of Up North.
There was also pictures of you on location.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
But aside from that, how's your Yoruba and how's your Pidgin?
I mean, pretty poor, to be honest. I used to be better. When I stayed here more, it was better. And I at a point about 4 or 5 years ago, I started trying to relearn Yoruba, but it's bad. So don't test or embarrass me here, please. But
Your Pidgin should be fine.
No, your Pidgin, how's your Pidgin?
I can understand both. Okay, but the funny thing, I tell you something funny I found about learning Yoruba, right? Is that in Spain, you try Spanish, people are like, oh yeah, I get that you're bad at Spanish, but they're trying to, they laugh at you so hard.
Oh my God!
I feel like we're kindred spirits. Let me tell you
We're
why.
evil.
This is the same reason why I can't speak Igbo as well as I should, because I got laughed at and I just thought,
Yes,
what?
I
Is
understand
it going
that
to take
now.
me anywhere? What?
It's so funny
and I
to
really
people.
regret it now.
Why? I mean, that's the point now.
How
It's
is
not
that
funny.
the
It's
point?
not funny. It's annoying, actually. I'm trying to learn something, and I'm like, 7, 8. I'm still upset. Can you see? But and you're laughing. Why are you laughing
Trauma.
at me? Because I'm coming from Lagos. So
No, so mine was just literally
Yoruba and Pidgin is terrible.
So it's not even that. So like my mom is Yoruba, my dad is Igbo, right?
Yes.
So and we literally bounced around both places. We went to Jebu, we went to Ubu, which is my village in the east, etc., etc. And so we spoke. So like when I was younger, I was slightly better at both. But now,
He speaks none of it.
yes, I understand. I think I understand Igbo worse than I understand Yoruba, but I'm not sure. You have to test it. But yeah. So my one of my uncles called me and said, so you are going to now give birth to children that will not be able to speak any of the 3 languages. And then I called my oldest daughter an Igbo name, my youngest daughter a Yoruba name. And people were like, you've not just confused your children. And I was like, yeah, because it's
one
like,
Nigeria.
I mean, just give them Yoruba lessons and Igbo lessons.
yeah, but you have to, but
You need to practice these things at home. Do you know how many
Yes.
times I learned French? I was sure I would be like the best French-speaking person. once I get home, nobody's speaking
Yeah,
French.
you have
so,
to practice
yeah,
it.
you have to have someone to bounce it. Yeah, and
Yeah, so what's next for you?
Well, I just finished playing Barack Obama.
Oh, wow. That's a good next thing
I was
to do.
going to bring that up, but no problem. Please tell them about it.
So Showtime is doing a show called First Ladies, which is really about First Ladies, 3 First Ladies, Gillian Anderson, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Viola Davis playing 3 First Ladies. And so I play my Barack to Viola, Queen Viola's Michelle. And so I just finished shooting that about just a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
I mean,
Oh, no. You have to do that in Obama's accent.
No, I can't be doing
You can
that.
do it. Come on. You
Come
can't do the
on.
accent.
We want to hear your Obama. I mean, come on.
I mean, you can't play Obama without doing the accent.
I'll tell you partly why, right?
Okay.
Because imagine like the stress of, you talk about trauma, right? The stress of playing maybe the most loved man on the planet.
Yes,
right?
yes.
With also a very distinct voice. People know how he walks. Like he is such a distinct individual. I had a friend of mine who's quite a big producer. He just texted me and said, "Don't mess up his legacy."
wow,
No pressure.
And so it would be one thing if you're playing Barack in some side project, but you're opposite Viola Davis. So, a significant part of my process was just trying not to succumb to the crushing pressure of it all. So anyway, now I'm out. I'm out, Obama. I'm not doing it
You're
anymore.
never doing it. No, but come on. I mean,
just
do it. I mean, do it for our 1,000
so
viewers.
hold on. It's a feature film. It's not a series.
No, it's a limited series.
It's a
So
limited
I think
limited
it's
series.
like
Okay,
10
so
episodes. And it's really interesting, actually. The director is it's quite free flowing. They're filming it like 3 movies, of each of the First Ladies, and then they're gonna edit it without a particular specific plan. The scripts have never been mixed together, so they're filming 3 movies, and then they're gonna mix them together in the edit to make 10 episodes.
Oh.
I mean, but that's.
We shall
That would
see.
be interesting.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. So they look now to the thematic elements will be
Exactly.
in the edit.
And then, the director will sometimes be like, we'll realize, oh, that bathroom shot, she's done that bathroom shot somewhere else.
Okay,
So I
that
think
means
she's
you
got in
actually
her head.
you never shot with Michelle Pfeiffer and who you said somebody.
Yeah, and Gillian Anderson.
So
Yeah.
you never shot with them.
No,
was
because they're
just
telling parallel. They're
Yeah,
telling like
that's
3
right.
parallel
Right,
stories.
right.
That's right. Say again?
You're telling like 3 parallel stories. So
Yeah.
your bit is the Viola Davis, and that's Michelle Obama and Barack Obama's
Right,
story.
exactly.
And then I'm sure those ones will probably be either Reagan or Clinton.
No, it's
Bush.
I'm gonna show myself up here, but it's
Oh, you're supposed to
Roosevelt.
Oh, wow, that
and,
Baba.
it's gone out of my head now. I can't remember the third one. But
JFK?
no, not JFK.
Reagan?
No, Reagan.
Bush,
Not
one Bush, two.
It's it's further back. So I don't mean this thing now. So it's
Carter.
is it Carter? I don't think it's Carter either. Theodore Roosevelt, Michelle
To be-
Obama. Anyway, we'll fill it in.
We'll fill it in. We'll look for it. So do like this.
Yeah, well, the 3 are, or even.
Yes, and yes, exactly. And the ADR is.
Professional, right? Where he just basically got it.
Hello, where are my credits?
Guys, you're not in this show. Your voice won't be. You're off camera. We're just going to be hearing from like behind,
Wow, one day, me too.
I'm just saying, when you bring your own guests, you can cut me out. What do you mean?
I don't even understand what's going on now.
I don't like it.
See, that's why we should do solo episodes where it's just me,
Okay,
so I can speak my truth.
Oh, man,
You should have a section in the podcast. You could be like, "This is your 5 minutes." where you
Yes,
talk to
exactly.
camera.
Yeah. So yes, listen to me, people. I'm doing my best against all odds. Is that my camera? Am I looking in the right camera? Good. You see? See?
So one of the things all this while, with a lot of our guests, we've been talking about a particular movie, which we're planning on doing sometime in the next year or so, which is going to be a musical. And we know that you have like really great acting chops, and we also know that you sing.
I know
And
that we
also
cannot
know that-
afford you.
I also know that you also can produce music, and something for the motherland. So I think, would you be interested in starring, acting?
What's the pitch? What's the story?
Naz, tell them.
Wow. Now you need me, right? Now you need
You can
me.
turn the camera to him now.
Oh, right. It's what it is, right? Well, let's hear you say, Naz, I need you. Come
Okay,
on.
Naz, please just tell them.
No, that's what we asked you to say.
We're going to be here, guys.
I know, so.
Oh,
Please,
wow.
Naz, we need you to.
Oh, there we go. You fell it. Thank you, people.
That's what every guy wants to
We'll
hear.
cut it
Well, no.
We'll edit it out. Just so
Alright,
you know.
so it's supposed to be, it's a gospel musical because gospel is really big here. And so we are basically thinking about doing like a church is trying to revitalize their fortunes, but churches can't really like advertise like that other than programs, etc. And so the church is deciding to put on this big musical extravaganza as a way to revitalize, etc., etc. And so they basically bring people from all walks of life to basically try and change the fortunes of the church. So that's the broad headline version of it. Feel free, all of you, to steal it and make it before we do. That's fine. We'll come up with another version.
But basically, it's a musical.
Right,
Yes.
right. And so what's my part?
What do you want your part to do?
Wow. Hello. Is that wow, Damola? Wow, Damola. Really?
Excuse me,
Is
is
it-
Emmy nominated?
You sound like those producers of old. Take the script. Let us know what we want to do.
What you want? No, you.
Or you even just give him this. In fact, just bring camera. Let's start
You know,
shooting.
just-
Start talking. This is what you're supposed to be
Basically,
doing.
it's
in
like,
the scene.
well, you know what? Sorry, just a little aside though. When we were shooting Barack, that happened a couple of times. The way the director works is so fluid that I remember one time I went to set and the guy, I've been waiting for 4 hours and the guy could say, oh, your scene has been cancelled. I was like, oh, okay. And then he came back, oh, we're going to put you in a different scene. I said, all right, where are we going? So they take me to set and I'm suddenly in this new set. And he said, okay, now you go up to Michelle and, you're going to say something to her about going out to dinner. All right, let's try it out, guys. Oh, just now? I should. And so, yeah, it was just, but it was very exciting to work like that. Though.
Hold on, Damola, please. 2 things have come out of this thing you just told me.
Yeah.
First thing is the actors, though.
This 4 hours.
He said
I knew you were going to
that
get there.
he waited.
Ask him where he
and
was
it
waiting first.
Excuse me, why are you on my side or on their side?
He was waiting for 4 hours.
Are you on my side or on their side?
He was waiting for 4 hours.
Because everyone stresses out,
Right.
of course, actors. I understand it. When you're kept waiting and then it's cancelled, your scene for the day is cancelled and all of that. So I'm just trying to tell my people that, see, it's not just in Nollywood this thing happens.
Yeah,
bear with us. We're all trying to do this thing together.
I would say about this that my whole perspective on waiting as an actor. So for those who don't know, when you're on a film set, you do a lot of waiting. In a 12-hour
Part of
day,
the job.
you may be in front of the camera for 60 minutes, for 120 minutes. The rest of the time you spend waiting.
Yes.
And my mentality around it changed when I first started directing. Because what I realized is that it's not all about the actor. It's not all about you. There
I
are
love you more,
so
you guys.
many other things going on, including,
you.
or how high is the sun? Or have we got this piece of equipment?
Increase the
Or-
volume on his mic.
Yeah. And then I realized that, oh no, I'm part of a big team. You watch the end of a credit, you see 100. I'm part of that team, an important part of that team, but I'm not the team. I'm not everything. And so when I understand, look, there can be mismanagement. People can time things wrong and you're left waiting for bad reasons. But what I did is I became a professional waiter.
Oh, please, we're going to clip.
But we're not calling the professional waiter.
There's an old saying that,
my goodness.
I do the acting for free, they pay me for the waiting. And,
See,
you know.
and I like that one.
But your research missed something, so you're a director. See,
no, I was ready to.
You were not Damola.
When I offered
You were
him,
not.
when I said what you want to do,
Oga.
you could have
Damola,
said
just
directing.
let it go. You were not.
your research failed. We have moved on. Please, so talk to us about your directing, please.
Well,
I
I
got something called Max.
Who asked you?
I'm just telling you, I know that.
Is your name Oti?
You can might as well at this particular point in time.
Oh wow, are we doing single white female now? Is that what's going on?
You're unfortunate, I'm
Okay.
not tall enough. I'm not tall
Let him
enough. I'm not light enough. Just because.
Guys, let him answer.
Sorry.
So I done a couple of short films. Like my brother is a producer, OT Fagbenle, and really I credit him with opening the doors for me. Giving me so much support. Anyway, I had a show called Max. I had a number of scripts that I was developing. Max got picked up, which is on Channel 4 now. Hopefully, maybe you guys, it's not, I don't know if it's in Nigeria, maybe just pirate it somehow. But basically, it's...
After this episode, we'll put the link there.
Yeah. Well, you can actually watch some of it on YouTube. I did a very early pilot, which was put up on YouTube. Okay. And it's about this pop star who's faded and he's trying to make a comeback. Anyway, it's a comedy. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, off the back of that, we sold it to Hulu. And that was a very successful run. So it's off the back of that now that I'm creating a lot more content.
Nice.
But I feel like there was 2 points you were making. The first one, you said there were two things that come out. The first one was...
I forget, what was, you were saying two things. Now,
I said the second one was the part where the improv bits.
Yeah,
where
the
you
improv
make
bits,
where we make it up as we go along sometimes.
Yeah, because we actually make fun of ourselves doing that, especially a particular sector of Nollywood does that a lot. I would not be naming names, or should I?
Yes.
No, it's not a thing. So like the Yoruba film industry is very professional. It's built into the sector, like the improvisational nature of it. So like it has that. So like because of that, they have scripts, but it's just like they do more situations than words. So people feel like that is not, because it's more stream of consciousness.
Right.
People who are not used to stream of consciousness
is
type
looked
stuff.
down on.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think though everything can be done very well. Like I've had a lot of training in improv, and I think, there are a couple of things. Number one is knowing what the story is and really driving your improvisation both by character and story in as lean a way as possible. When I'm on set, I have deleted many more lines than I've added because there's so much to be said without saying it. You can say it with your face, you can say it in other ways, and it's much more effective on screen. And so, but when you're improvising often, you feel like you have to fill all the spaces, and really a big part of improv is sometimes allowing those spaces to exist. And so, it can be done very successfully and it can be done hard. It can make it hard in the edit. But, for me, improv is a very fundamental part of my process as an actor.
Nice.
So what is your process as an actor?
Well, it differs. I was trained in the Stanislavski method, which is all about, it's the idea that each person has an objective. They might have a super objective. What do I want to achieve in my life? Oh, I want to become king. What is my objective in this scene? Well, in this scene, I need to convince them to go and kill the current king. Okay, so then you got your super objective, your objective. What are your obstacles? My obstacle is my fear. My obstacle is that I might get found out. And then on each line, you have an action which helps you achieve your objective, and your objective will help you achieve your super objective. This is Stanislavski, basically. But from there, I grew as an actor. I worked with different directors, and I started adding more and more tools and methodologies to my, including making biographies, including finding what interior animal my character is, including, like I say, improvisation and lots of research, especially like for Barack.
Yeah. So what's your inner animal in Barack? What's your inner animal?
Yeah, that's really interesting. To be honest, actually, I'm not sure, because I had so much physical examples of Barack. Normally, the reason why you think of an animal, why it's useful to me, is it helps you be more specific about the physicality of your character. It's very easy to have the same physicality for every character. So one tool you can use is go, okay, well, maybe my character is more like a puppy dog, or maybe this one is a bit more like a stork, and he kind of moves his head without his body, and so it just helps to be specific. In this instance with Barack, I didn't have to be imaginatively specific because I have all the specificity in the world.
Rick Mason and Lucas Bankole.
So Luke was a dog. It was like I can't remember, like a Dalmatian.
Sad.
Yeah, like one of those sad Dalmatians.
Yeah, very sad in that. Yeah.
And then Mason. What was Mason now? What was he now? Oh, I think he was some kind of cat.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He's always napping.
Yeah.
Never in a hurry. Okay, so I love that. So there's something that we always do. We always play a game where we ask people, right, so if you had to create your own movie, what would it be? What genre? Who would you like to be in it? I mean, I was the back of Black Widow. It's kind of difficult, but I guess we can always ask.
It's
So
difficult for you.
it's difficult for me.
Yeah, Harry doesn't want to be doing like a walk the line, folksy,
You understand?
blah blah
Or maybe
blah.
let's do something like The Hostel or Scream or something like that. So okay, so what genre? So let's create your own movie right now.
All right. Well, I tell you what I'd say first is that the thing I've loved most about my career so far is its diversity.
Yes.
Is that I've done comedy, I've done musical, I've done historical drama, you know, the gamut. So I could guess I could play this game as what would I like to do this autumn?
Yes, this autumn. What would you like to do this autumn?
I'm really keen to get back into comedy. I want to do a comedy movie.
Like
yeah.
slapstick, stand up.
Road trip.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess I love those early Bill Murray movies where you have this kind of anti-hero who is
Groundhog Day
somewhat,
type?
yeah, exactly, nihilistic. I like the hypernaturalistic, but as, you know, like Groundhog Day or even Ghostbusters or
Yeah.
Scrooge, to
Yeah.
have this kind of hypernaturalistic bent, but you have a very dry character in it or something like that. You know, something like that.
So a supernatural comedy with a guy who's like, scroll of this.
Yes, I guess so. I mean, I want an anti-hero, I guess you
So
could
you want to
say.
be a full
Someone
anti-hero?
who's...
Because that's Bill Murray's character in almost
Yeah, so
every
that's
movie.
Yeah.
in those 80s. Stripes, Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
Scrooge, yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, anti-hero
comedy, right? So
hypernatural comedy, yeah.
yeah. So you're playing lead or are you directing?
No,
Or are you acting and
No,
directing?
I want to act in it. I know directing. I'll take a
So
break.
you're acting. So you're lead.
Yeah.
Love interest.
No, please. This has been the main thing I've been trying to get away from. I joke with my friends I'm a professional boyfriend because like half all the roles I do, I just have to be, you know, like boyfriend. And now I'm older. I'm now a professional husband.
Yes.
And so yeah, no
Okay,
love.
so it's a
interest,
body.
that's
So it's a body.
So it's a body. So
So best friend.
yeah.
who's
So who's your body?
so is your co.
yeah, my
um,
buddy.
Who's
Yeah,
your
who's your
planes, trains, and automobiles? Who's your
So who's
if
the,
you're
so if you're the
Steve
straight guy, who's the
No, how about the
he's
straight
cop.
guy?
So
No,
if
but-
you're so
No, but you're the straight guy now. Like
You're
if
the
you're
straight guy now. If you're
the
Bill
anti-hero,
Murray.
Bill Murray, you're the
yeah,
right.
then who's the Dan Aykroyd?
You
Then
know,
who's the Dan
you know
Aykroyd?
who I really like? I'm gonna forget her name now. What's her name? Black African American actress, comedian.
Regina King.
No,
Comedian.
The other one, Regina Hall.
No.
no.
Who's
She used to be in
big at the
SNL.
moment. No, is she?
The
No.
big
He
chicken.
hasn't given. He hasn't actually
She
given
might
you
even be
pointers.
the most highest paid. I heard the other day that she's the highest paid black
Tiffany
actress.
Haddish?
Yeah.
Okay,
Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah,
So
that
you
was
Tiffany
easy.
Haddish.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
You should have listened more.
Yes, sorry. You and Tiffany Haddish.
Okay.
Plot.
The plot. I mean, I guess some kind of. You said road trip, so that's in my head now.
Okay.
So some
But I
kind
tell
of
you,
road trip.
actually the idea that I pitched to, I was pitching to my friend the other day and he said he didn't like it. So I was like,
Yeah.
so maybe someone else will want to make it. Yes. But I was saying that I was pitching this idea of like, it's like bad detective. You know, like two detectives. You know that I guess the cops. Let's call it cop
cops,
show.
yeah.
You know, the two cops. You know, the kind of what are examples of the
So
two
like
cops?
Oh, that's just the Nigerian police force.
so like 48 hours
Like
type,
what-
or like a
exactly.
nice guy
Someone like-
type.
yeah, Beverly Hills Cop.
what?
That was just not nice.
No, but they're using the cops that don't know their work now.
Sorry, don't be annoyed. But yes, he's right.
Yes.
Okay, so you are two cops that are you bungling cops or are you like the other guys, earnest but life is against you?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm the dry, straight character, then I guess I have some level of competence, but just have the hard luck of having Tiffany as the partner.
Yes.
Oh, so that's like that. Ed Murphy and the
Yeah, 48 hours.
No, the other one. He
Beverly
did it
Hills.
with.
Beverly Hills.
No, he did it with
Metro? No, not Metro.
De Niro.
Huh?
Yeah, Ed Murphy and De Niro.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Yes, clearly. All right, so, and then what's the supernatural?
Oh, this is a good point. What is the supernatural? Well,
We have plenty in
We
Nigeria.
have plenty in Nigeria. We can borrow from man.
Plenty jazz,
Obanje.
juju,
well,
Madam Koi Koi.
yeah,
Witch doctor.
maybe we come to Nigeria to
Investigating kids.
yeah, where the FBI agent sent to Nigeria. We were the only brown police on the force that they could send down.
Yeah, of Nigerian descent, right? Yeah, you should understand
Yeah,
them. Yes, we send
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
To investigate an American citizen being vanished.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. And we go
Ritualistic vanishing,
deep
yes.
into.
Has been kidnapped.
Yes.
Well, no, we don't know.
vanished.
We
They
don't
don't know
know
what-
because that's
just
the
looking
supernatural element. Because
Yes.
we're coming up against a bit like Golden Child.
Yes. My
like
sweet
it.
brother Numse.
I like it. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. You know, and
Hijinks on soup.
yes, bring them to Nigeria, hijinks or soup. Have a bunch of Nigerian actors who play a bunch of things. Kanayo can be the witch doctor, as
Oh
he
my,
usually is.
can I going to hunt you down for this? He doesn't like it.
He should just come and do. Then he should come on the show. Then we can have it out.
I guess also the other part of it would be that Tiffany Haddish's character is trying to reconnect with her Nigerian roots, and so wherever we go, she's trying to pick up local cultures and stuff like that.
I love it.
And my character is very, like not interested in and by the end, I'm the one who's integrated most, and she can't wait to go home.
Tiffany,
Please,
hear
we can
this.
make this happen. We can
Come
make this
on.
happen.
I actually, funnily enough, had a very funny night with Tiffany one night, actually. After, it was some awards ceremony, and I ended up playing cards with Tiffany Haddish and Dave Chappelle and one of these guys from Game of Thrones. It was like my first Hollywood party. It was the first time that I was like, I'm in Hollywood now.
I will just die. Right after that.
Do you see why we say we're now in Marvel?
See,
because
we're officially
But more
international.
importantly, did you win?
I don't care.
I was dizzy. I was like,
I will lose all my money.
Clearly,
At the end of the party, I won't have any clothes on.
I would hope that you
it's
would.
not that type of party.
No, I mean, it's just,
For him, clearly.
I will bet everything. Literally, all in. Take off my shirt, jeans, everything.
Oh, on that note, guys.
Yeah, so normally our episodes tend to run 45, except when it's just 3 of us and it runs an hour. So this one is close to that.
Yes.
So we have to leave you guys. Thank you for coming. You're an amazing guest.
Oh, thanks.
We
Had so
appreciate
much fun.
you.
And
all the exclusives.
best at the
Yes.
Emmys.
We're international.
Yes, thank you guys. See
Thank
you
you
guys
so
next
much.
week.
go
People
check out
are
Black
having-
Widow.
Yes.
Please,
It's
watch
a
Black
really
Widow.
great movie.
Yes, and watch Handmaid's Tale legally.
And then look out for the Obama one.
Yes.
What's it called, actually?
First Ladies.
First
First Lady.
And he still didn't do the accent.
I mean,
That means you have to tune in.
I think you should sign us out in your patois.
I'm not going to offend Jamaicans with that. I think it's good, but Jamaicans have
We
told
think it's
me
good too because we
we have
didn't
no
get anything
idea.
you said.
We have no frame of reference.
later, man.
I love it.
Peace.